Back on the road, had to go get some alcohol. Like I said, kind of key here in North Dakota to stay warm. Even though I shouldn't be drinking, it's always fun. And we're back on Broadway, like I was showing you earlier. It's so bad out here. Normally you can see all the signs for miles. Let's see here. We're all joking it's a tropical heat wave. My parents right now are in Rochester, Minnesota, and they're talking chance of a tornado down there. So they're about 11 and a half, 12 hours away from us to the east. And yeah, they're talking about some great tornadoes down there, maybe. The roads are just, you can see, not very much ice on it, but as it gets darker and gets colder, less people are going to want to go out. So it's going to start building up with the melting snow as ice, so. You can see, most of the time when we get to a stoplight, we can barely see anything as we're getting to it. I'm going to probably record all the way until we get home. If you see me keep moving the camera, it's out of respect for the people in front of us, so I don't record their license plates. As, of course, you can't see anything to the left of us. You'll see the windshield wipers every so often, still we can't see to the left of us. You got what? I know you're just going to be sick of me. You'll see my windows rolling down every so often. Kind of sluggish due to the snow. Just trying to give you what the effect is like out here right now. Like going on, when we left the house, it wasn't anything like this. I should have recorded. It was clear. Like, yeah, it looked like a nice little, like, overclouded day. Nothing bad. Then we got this. What was it? It was 18 degrees when we left. Oh, it is 18 degrees. When I looked last, it was 27 degrees on my phone. I know that. Like, you can barely see anything. Heater's on blast. We haven't turned off the car since we got back into it after Menards when we first started driving. And yeah, we can barely see anything because of it. You can see the caked on ice so far. Windshield wipers are having a hard time.
At least I got that new one on my side.
Yep. And we have a stop sign. He cannot see the stop sign. You can barely see the vehicle's taillights in the front of us. As some people don't know the drive in this, some of them, we do have an Air Force base to the north. We do have people that come from out of state that have never driven in snow before. So we do make fun of them, yes, but we know that they are transplant to the shitty environment. Up here on our right hand side there's a bank right there, and then on the other behind that there's supposed to be a mall. It's a little rinky-dink mall, but you can barely even see it from the, like, normally you can see those signs and everything perfectly, and it's just horrible. Further up on the right hand side there's supposed to be a McDonald's, and we can't even see the arches yet. Let alone in front of us. There's supposed to be a Ford dealership over on our left-hand side. You can't even see the cars that are on the lot right now. They are, as you can see as we get closer, like, visibility is maybe, not even a mile. It's not even quarter mile maybe at most. Depends on where you're at. If you get more into the country, it gets worse as you head out into the country. I may try and take my dad's truck and do a little recording later on. I haven't figured out if I am going to, due to the fact it is going to get dark here within the next hour and a half. Maybe I'll show you guys what it looks like the day after. But yeah, this is what, well, actually it's supposed to still be snowing tomorrow. You can barely see the Ford sign, which you normally can see at all times. There's supposed to be a hospital across the street as we're coming to another stoplight. We're going to take one of the worst roads in town. Just pure potholes, and they don't ever fix anything here, even though it's middle of the oil, well, was the middle of the oil field. Instead of putting it back into the infrastructure on the main side, they built on the north side of town. Further down, like you'll see the apartment on the left hand side. On the other side of that, it's supposed to be a bar and a pizza place. You're supposed to be able to see the Sports on Tap building and the laser, what is it? Planet Pizza, and it'll say laser tag. Oh, he is not going to school today. He is still sick. I'm just waiting to see when we get out by the place because there's more open area. If you notice that there's a little gap between cars, sometimes people don't know how to react with ice. Ice is already building up. What? Yeah. Now, there's supposed to be a gas station right there, and then on the other side of the gas station, there's actually supposed to be a school. Yeah, you can't even see, there's the big huge steeples at the church. I wish I could get you a better picture, but being stuck in the passenger seat going down that way, and we don't dare, city's merely closing right now because of, you can see, normally traffic's never like this at 3:22 in the afternoon. This is something that is more like, shit, we're getting out of town, we don't want to deal with this shit. Mostly all the government agencies do close down because a lot of people do live out of town. There's judges there's the courthouse right there. There are judges that are at the courthouse. Some of them live all the way between an hour to an hour and a half, and their place is already getting bombarded with snow. We're downtown nearly. Got a parking garage on my right hand side. Don't really need to show you that. Unless you really want to see it. There we go. Nothing major. There's a secondary hospital, but merely is just where the psych ward is. There's another gas station that's coming up. You can see the little sign, but like I'm saying, that's how shitty it is. And some people just don't know how to take this. As I stated earlier in the video, some people are from out of state, have never ever seen this. They've never dealt with it, don't know how to drive in it. You can see there's an idiot that doesn't have his headlights on. First thing of caution, if you come to the north, turn your headlights on when it's snowing or raining. It's simple key. You guys know it in the south, it's the same thing in the south. People that decide that they have their own blink or their own systems up here, it's not like that up here. We turned off onto a little side street as we know it's not going to be full of potholes, so you won't see my camera go up and down as much. But the further we get out, like, there's supposed to be houses on both sides coming up, and what you're seeing is almost nothing. I'll actually zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. This is mine zoomed in. And this is I'm going to change it to two times. So this is what you would be seeing. If you want, this is going to be 2 times. 4 times, I know it gets grainy, but you still can't see anything zooming in. The only thing you see is more just snow flying right at you. Don't get me wrong, I do love it living up here. I love the fishing up here.
Not for the faint of heart.
Like she was saying, it ain't for the faint of heart. I love the fishing here. Love the people here. Just hate how the states ran. That's political based, but just wish they'd do more about our city and actually give a shit. I can't wait to go by Corbett. I feeling we're not going to get to see it. So we're turning back, so we go back onto Burdick, but we normally take this little way. Okay, there's supposed to be a baseball diamond right in front. Like, you can't even see the baseball diamond. It's actually called Corbett Field. Go to Google, type it in, Corbett Field. It's where the high school, almost all the baseball played, like the good baseball. It's just crazy. The stop sign for the fairgrounds. A stoplight. If you, like I said in the other videos, if you hear anybody talking, the girl in the back is my niece. The guy next to me is her boyfriend, Brian.
Driving in this lovely weather.
Yeah. We were going to take the truck, but it's kind of it's harder to drive with the truck with because it's such a small cab. It's supposed to be an extended cab, but
Older Chevy.
yeah, older Chevy. It's what, 95?
Something like that.
Yeah. I always call it a pile of crap, but it has the long box on it. They should have put the short box on it. Wouldn't have been feeling like you're driving on Austin Powers. Okay, up on the right hand side there's supposed to be a hotel, and on the left hand side there is supposed to be a bar. I can't see neither until we get this close. Like, the bar is literally, you're supposed to be right there. Oh, there she coming into play. And across the street is where our fairgrounds is. You can barely even see anything across the road so far. Can barely even make out the lights. Wow, at first I thought the lights were flashing because when it changed to red, I could barely see the red. It's supposed to be a big, huge building right across. That's where they have gymnastics at the fairgrounds during the winter time. They do resource out other stuff. Further down there is supposed to be a construction company. Yeah, this is just lovely out here. Like I said, I've lived here all my life. I've visited other states. I've never seen anything like this, even going to Minnesota, Montana, and South Dakota. With it changing, what was it? Last 2 days were in the 30s and 40s. Now it's 18 above. We got snow, 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, tropical heat wave in North Dakota. I wish it would have got cold enough this year so I could have show you how it is with boiling water turning right to nice little snow, but further down that way, as I've moved my camera, there's supposed to be a little building, then there's supposed to be a bar and a gas station. On my right hand side, there's supposed to be another gas station, and normally you can see it from this far. You can normally see, there's a stoplight further up there. We can't even see any of that. As I've told you guys, said in the video several times, it's crazy. In less than 3 hours, it's changed this much. Less than 2 hours. You can still barely see the gas station from the road. I will roll down my window once again. You can still barely see. You can kind of make it out, but you can barely see it. There's another gas station across the road.
Sorry for my squeaky windshield wiper.
Yeah. You just put a new windshield wiper on, it kind of squeaks. There's supposed to be a little head start over here. You can barely see that. Used to be an old armory back in the day. Let's see here. City Works is supposed to be up on the right hand side. Same with a vet. Yep, they look kind of busy. Wonder if they have any horses or cows in there too. Because last time I drove by, they had like 8 or 9 horse trailers out there. And City Works is coming up, and you can barely see it, even from the road. Yeah, we're almost home. Just thought I'd give you guys a little look at what it looks like in my city when it nicely snows. A couple of my friends from up north know what it means. If you see this, AK the Savage, you know what I'm talking about. Raging, you don't know what anything about this is like. This is just tropical heat weather, or tropical weather to me, where it'd be freezing to you. Like I said, this is North Dakota. I'm in Minot. Just nice, lovely day in North Dakota. All right, thank you for watching.